We're on your side tonight with a pain few, if any, of us can imagine. 21 years ago this weekend was the last time Aquila and Harold Degree saw their little girl, Asha. The 9-year-old Cleveland County girl went missing on Valentine's Day in 2000. All these years later, and we still don't know what happened to her. She left her bedroom, presumably in the middle of the night, with her book bag. Two people separately reported seeing a little girl walking along Highway 18 around 4 a.m. A year and a half later, her book bag was found 30 miles away in Burke County. 17 years after that, investigators would tell us what was in it: a Dr. Seuss book and a New Kids on the Block concert t-shirt. The FBI and Cleveland County Sheriff's detectives are still looking, still following leads, as we learned back in 2018.
A 9-year-old girl named Asha Degree went missing from her home in Shelby, North Carolina. She apparently left her parents' house in the early morning hours of February 14th in the year of 2000. It's unknown why Asha packed her book bag and left her home in the middle of the night and began walking along the nearby North Carolina Highway 18 despite heavy rain and wind. Furthermore, Asha Degree was reportedly a happy girl who was described as being shy, quiet, and obedient. She was also fearful of dogs and did not seem like the type of girl who would leave her home in the middle of the night on her own accord. Multiple driver witnesses saw her walking. One of them turned around at a point 1.3 miles away from her home and began to approach her. However, Asha left the roadside and ran into the wooded area. In the following morning, her parents discovered her missing from her bedroom. No one has seen her ever since. Investigators were able to locate some of her personal items near where she was last seen, in a shed at a local business called Debbie Turner Upholstery. Candy wrappers, along with a pencil, marker, and Mickey Mouse-shaped hair bow, were found. These items were confirmed to belong to Asha. Strangely, a photograph of a black girl around Asha's age was also found in the shed. This other girl is yet to be identified. Between 3:45 and 4:15 a.m. that night, two different witnesses saw Asha walking south towards the city of Shelby. A truck driver had passed Asha and later reported the sighting to police. The other witness was a motorist who actually tried to approach Asha, but she had ran away into the nearby woods. As far as I understand, it's unknown if Asha had visited the shed where she left some of her personal belongings before she had encountered this motorist or afterwards, after she had ran into the wooded field. Another potential witness came forward many years later, stating that they had seen someone matching Asha's description getting into a green vehicle that looked like a Lincoln or a Ford Thunderbird around the area where the motorist had spotted Asha earlier in that night. A new lead has been uncovered when, a year and a half later, her book bag was unearthed from a construction site along Highway 18 north of Shelby near the city of Morganton. The book bag was wrapped in a plastic bag. The worker who found it said that the book bag contained Asha's name as well as her phone number. Because her book bag still had information about Asha, it probably wasn't used by an unsuspecting kid or family. Bizarrely, items found inside the book bag did not appear to belong to Asha. There was a copy of Dr. Seuss's McElligot's Pool and a t-shirt depicting the band New Kids on the Block. Asha's mother did not recognize these items. The FBI took the bag to their headquarters for further forensic analysis. Results from that testing have not been shared publicly. In the years following her disappearance, It was concluded by authorities that Asha had probably been abducted following her leaving her home. At the location where Asha had ran into the woods during the night of her disappearance, a billboard now stands, appealing for help to find her. Asha's family hosts an annual walk from their home to the billboard to draw attention to her disappearance case. The circumstances of Asha Degree's disappearance at first suggested that she may have ran away from her home. However, investigators could not find a clear reason why she would want to run away from her home. Also, it's important to note that Asha was significantly younger than most kids who decide to run away. She was just 9 years of age. This and the fact that her life seemed to be straightforward makes Asha's disappearance one of the most bizarre cases that we have ever looked at, and it makes us want to return to this case again and analyze what really happened on that cold and windy February night. To listen to the full discussion regarding Asha's disappearance, please find the full podcast episode on the Wednesday Night Mysteries YouTube channel, or you can listen to this podcast on one of your favorite podcast applications. This podcast should be available on all of the streaming providers.